Good morning, happy Tuesday, happy holidays. Welcome to your sacred space. We're going to actually start in a comfortable seated position today. So just make sure you have all the props you might need close by, a blanket or towel, whatever you're using, 2 blocks and a strap for sure. All right. So if you want to go ahead and take that blanket underneath the hips, just to elevate the hips a little bit, you can do that. Finding those knees, bring those hands onto your knees. Let the spine be nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed. Engage the core. And close the eyes here. Now I want you to let this next hour be time for you to come out of this place of doing. With the holidays, it gets really busy. So see if you can shift out of this place of doing and come into this place of just being. Allowing yourself to tune in, to observe any thoughts, any feelings, any sensation, without attaching to it. Simply witness. Allow the breath to become nice and deep. Let the belly expand. And exhale, empty all the air out of the body. Contract the stomach muscles. Draw your belly button towards the spine. Nice. Continue to take a few more breaths and just giving yourself this moment to slow down, to tune in, to observe how you're doing through the holidays. Nice. Keeping that spine really tall. Give yourself a few more breaths, just being in stillness. Relax the jaw, the eyebrows. And if you like this idea of coming from a place of doing and moving into a place of being, you can use that as your intention, or you can choose to call in any other intention you need. Give yourself a moment to connect to that. And then take a few deep breaths into whatever your intention is going to be for your practice today. Beautiful. All right, you'll go ahead and take those hands onto your knees. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades in, and look up. Exhale, round. Going for a little ride here. Inhale, look up. Beautiful. Exhale. And one more. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. And inhale, look up. Nice. Coming back to center. Keep those hands on your knees and just begin to circle through the hips. So keep that spine nice and tall. We're just gently getting into the hips, maybe the back body, side body a little bit. Moving as slow as you need to. The neck can become a part of this as well. Moving organically. Eventually switching the direction of those circles and bringing it back the other way. Beautiful. And as you move through your practice today, I just want you to be mindful of where your mind is. So a lot of times we get so super busy with the commitments, with the things that need to get done during the holidays. I want you to notice if your mind starts to wander off and think about those other things. And if you can, just bring the mind back to the here and now each time it does that. So again, trying to shift from this place of doing into a place of just simply being. Good. So come back to center, eventually switch the crossing of your legs. Take a nice deep inhale, reach those arms up. Beautiful. Bring that left hand behind you, your right hand to your left knee. We're twisting over the left side. Observe how the sides of the body feel today. Those ribs are. And let that twist happen in the thoracic spine and upper back. Breathe. Relax through your shoulders. Bringing everything out in the body. One more deep, complete breath. Beautiful. Slowly coming back around. Inhale those arms all the way up again. Exhale, right hand behind you, left hand to your right knee. Breathe. Expand the belly. And as you exhale, bring the belly button to the spine. Nice. One more breath. Giving yourself that permission to really slow everything down. Tune in. Beautiful. Eventually you'll come back to center. Give yourself another cat-cow just to work the spine out. Just observing how you feel today. So you're going to keep those hands on your knees. We're going to actually get into the neck a little bit. A lot of times we hold some tension here, especially if you've been a bit busy. So give ourselves a chance to really stretch out the neck. Can help before we move into all these other poses. So keep the hands on your knees. Keep the spine tall, core engaged, lift up and out of the hips so you have this nice extension in the spine. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Feel space in the back of the neck. Take a few deep breaths there. Allowing gravity to just do what it does, drawing the head down towards the ground, chin to chest. Beautiful. Eventually you're going to roll this left ear to the left shoulder, just opening up that right side of the neck. And you can walk those right fingertips out onto the mat. Give yourself a deeper stretch. Maybe turn that chin to the left a little more. Or look up, just finding what you need here and then staying there and breathing once you find that stretch. Two more deep, complete breaths. Nice. Eventually the chin rolls back down to the chest. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, imagine that breath leaving the back of the neck. Deep breath in and exhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Left fingertips walk out onto the mat. And breathe into the left side of the neck. Find where you need to be. Just observing if there's a difference here today. Personally, the left side of my neck is a lot tighter than usual. Just breathe. Allow the release. Two more deep, complete breaths. Eventually that chin's going to roll back down to the chest. Take a deep breath, breathe into the back of the neck. And try not to do any work with the neck at all. You're just going to take those fingertips underneath the chin, lift the head back up onto the shoulders. Take a minute, look to the right. Nice tall spine. Come back to center. Look to the left. Beautiful. And come back to center. Let's go ahead and straighten those legs out in front of us. Flex through the feet. So I want you to feel the hamstrings a bit here. Coming into staff pose. I need to grab my water, sorry. All right, so flexing those feet, bringing those arms down by your sides. See if you can get those palms to touch the mat. If not, that's cool too. But draw the shoulder blades in, let the chest be open. I want you to just take a few moments here in this beautiful 90-degree angle and breathe. Really relax through the shoulders, but draw the chest up and open. Good. Flex the feet. How do those hamstrings feel today? Nice. Give yourself a moment. Inhale the arms up. And exhale. Give yourself a forward fold. Bend the knees. Go for the shins, the feet, whatever works. I don't want you to force this, so make sure you bend the knees. Think more about the hinge at the hip crease than the legs being straight. Breathe. See what this feels like. Beautiful. Eventually, you're going to walk yourself back up so that you come into seated. Grab your strap. Let's go ahead and take this strap. You're going to loop it around the feet, right at the arches of your feet. So here's where we're going to do a little bit more twisting involving the strap and our shoulders and chest. Now, if you're still a little bit tight in the hamstring, just go ahead and keep those feet flexed so you can stay nice and engaged and get that stretch as we do this. All right, take a moment. Bring your right hand to hold both pieces of the strap. Now, what I want you to think about here is keeping the chest nice and open. You're going to bring this left arm out in front of you, face the palm in. Keep the arm at shoulder height as you inhale, rotate and twist all the way around if you can. Might be a little tight like I am today, just observe that. And breathe. Beautiful, one more breath. Slowly come back around. Inhale, open again. Open and rotate. And then exhale and close. So we're going to do this a couple times. Inhale. Rotate, open. Exhale, close. And just observe what this right arm wants to do. See if you can keep that shoulder relaxed. And try not to force the twist by pulling on the strap. Good. Come back to center. Take both pieces of the strap into your left hand. Nice tall spine. Right arm comes out at shoulder height. Palm faces in. When you're ready, inhale, rotate, open. And exhale, close. Inhale, open. Rotate. Nice. Exhale and close. Two more. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, close. One more. Beautiful. Exhale, close. Take a moment. Release the strap. Bring the soles of the feet together and come into butterfly. So you might want to rock it out here. I actually like to bring my elbows onto my my calf muscles as I rock, and it gives me almost like a nice massage into the calf muscles. So you can try that if your body aligns that way. It's a little rocking left and right, observing how that feels for the hips. Awesome. And then go ahead and grab your blocks. We're going to just give ourselves an opportunity to just hang out here just for a second. Open up through those inner thighs. Maybe scoot your sits bones back a little bit from your heels so that you get a little bit more of a diamond shape as opposed to having those feet tucked in really tight. Stack one block on the bottom, the other one on top, and see if you can simply let go here. So just relax and breathe. And I want you to think here as you're breathing nice and deep, that breath is expanding the back body. So we're just giving yourself a chance to bring breath to the back side. Try to relax those knees. Let the arms just kind of hang on either side of the block, whatever feels good for you. And giving yourself 2 more breaths. Nice. Eventually you're going to round the spine to come all the way back up. Go ahead and press those feet forward. You can windshield wiper through the legs. Shake it out. And hug this left knee into your chest. So keep this right leg extended. Nice. Your left hand's going to come behind you to support you. Right arm reaches around, lift up and out of the hips to get this twist. Rotate around. Try to relax that left shoulder. Keep that right foot flexed and breathe. So you might feel the belly on that left thigh. That's great. Breathe into that, expand the stomach. Beautiful. One more breath. And giving yourself that permission to simply just be in the body with all these sensations. Left knee drops open. Inhale this right arm all the way up. Square off that right leg and fold over this right leg. Whew, feel the hamstring. Observe how you're doing today there on this side. Breathe. You can release the neck, shake the head yes and no. And again, thinking about belly to that right thigh this time. Right. So eventually you're going to walk the hands up once you're ready. Take that left hand behind you and bring this right leg out to the right. So I want you to lean to the left so you can shoot this right leg straight out. We're going to do some rolling through the hip socket, which you may or may not like, but just stay with me on this one. So let your toes point to the ceiling to start. Now you're going to rotate and bring the inner arch of the foot forward so that it touches the floor. Feel this rotation in the hip. Ooh, this might be a little much for you today, but just observe that. And then you'll rotate back on that heel until you bring the outer edge of the foot as close to the floor as possible. It may or may not get down. That's okay. So we're rolling through with this leg nice and straight. Yeah, we've done this before with the legs bent, with the knees bent. But I thought it would be kind of cool to roll through it with the legs straight as well, especially if we're a little tight in the hamstrings. So just back and forth, feeling this rotation of that hip socket. All that beautiful movement, right? Might feel a little stuck there in some places. That's okay. Just breathe into it and keep rolling through. Beautiful. Allow that right outer edge to come towards the floor. Just breathe and hold here. Keep that engagement. Might even feel a bit of your IT band in that one. All right. Okay, bring those legs back forward, just shake it out. Out. Ready for waking all this stuff up, right? Now hug this right knee in, left foot flexes. Good. So take a moment, right hand will come behind you, a nice tall spine. Slowly wrapping this left arm around that right knee and twisting around to the right. Breathe. My body is extra tight today. Oh no, that is. Breathe. Good. So nice, relaxed shoulders, open chest, maybe looking over that right shoulder. And really just expanding the belly on that right thigh as you breathe in. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. We'll slowly come back around to center. Drop this right knee open. Take a moment to square off that left leg. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Ooh, feel the hamstring on this side. And breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Remember, bending that knee if you need to. It's not about how straight the leg is. It's about the fold that you get at the hip crease. Good. 2 more breaths. Just releasing the hamstring here. Feeling the back body. Sides of the body. Good. And then you'll slowly walk those hands back up. Shoot this left leg out to the side. Make sure you support yourself with that right arm behind you. All right. Left foot is flexed. Left leg is straight out of that left hip. Now you might be leaning to one side, which is fine. But as we start to roll through, I want you to think about the sits bone coming back to the mat as you roll through that leg. So first things first, bring the inner arch of that foot towards the floor. Feel this rotation in the leg. Might feel a little funny to do. Roll back over that heel and try to bring the outer edge of that left foot down. Now legs are going to be different. Like for instance, my left side, I can bring that outer edge all the way to the floor and not really even feel a whole lot of a stretch. So observe the difference from side to side. But when I bring that leg back forward and bring the inner arch to the floor, I definitely feel that. So take a minute to kind of sink into these stretches and find where you need to be for your hip to get this beautiful rotation, but also a stretch as you roll back and forth. Take your time, there's no rush. Again, we're just being in the body today, right? So just moving almost instinctively, intuitively in the body to kind of feel into those places that we don't really always give ourselves a chance to stretch into or open up. Good. And one more. Roll through, breathe and hold wherever you want to be. Awesome. And then come back. All right. So we'll shoot that right leg out to meet the left. We're going to bring ourselves onto our back so we can stretch a little bit deeper. All right, so recline yourselves down. Take your time. You can either roll down, whatever feels good for you today. If you want to rock down, that's fine too. But eventually we're all going to meet on our backs. Go ahead and feel that nice flat feeling with your low back to the mat. Low back and sacrum. If you want a blanket underneath your head, you can also put that there. Just make sure the blanket doesn't come under the shoulders. All right, so have those feet nice and wide. Scoot the shoulder blades in, let the arms relax down by your sides. Take a deep breath in and exhale, drop both knees to the right. So again, a little bit more rotation, a little bit more movement in those hips. This time thinking about that left knee really dropping towards the mat. Right leg is kind of going to do whatever it's going to do. It's going to flop out to the side. That's fine. But as you engage and press that left knee towards the floor, I want you to see if you can relax in the stomach muscles, allowing that psoas to release a bit on the left side. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can actually take that right leg, right foot, placing it up onto the left thigh. But again, thinking about the release in the psoas muscle here. Outer hip is obviously going to get a release. Good. Give yourself one more breath. Inhale, come back to center, keep the feet wide. And exhale, drop both knees to the left. So this time, thinking about that right knee dropping towards the mat. Thinking about the stomach muscles relaxing, especially on that exhale. And tapping into the psoas on this side. Beautiful. If you want to place the left foot up onto the right thigh, you can. Think about drawing your belly button to your spine as you exhale. I'm hoping you're able to tap into that psoas muscle when you do that. One more breath. Go ahead and slowly release that left foot and both of those knees back to center. Let's hug both knees into the chest, do a little rocking left to right. Open those knees up nice and wide. Just begin to circle through the ankles. Do that at the same time or one at a time, whatever works. Getting some circles there. Good, and then you're gonna allow the soles of the feet to come together. If you need to use a strap, you can. Draw the low back down, coming into a nice deep butterfly. Hold onto the feet. Anchor the low back and sacrum to the mat. Breathe. Relax through your jaw. Relax through the hips. Closing the eyes, really tuning into the body. Good. And then when you're ready, you're going to open those feet up, let the heels point to the ceiling and just rock and happy baby. Opening up those hips. 2 more deep, complete breaths. Nice. Eventually you're going to release. Bring those feet back to the mat. You can rock those legs out a little bit. Allow the feet to open and just drop the knees in so you can release the low back briefly. Breathe nice and heavy into the low back. Let it melt towards the mat. Knees naturally drop in. Two more breaths. Feel really heavy at the low back. All right. Eventually those knees are going to open. And what you're going to do now is you're going to roll yourself to the left side. So roll along to the, like almost in a fetal position on your left side. You're going to take your right hand behind you. You might have to watch here. Your right hand is going to come to your low back, just above, like, you know, where the pelvis is, right in the low to mid back. Palm is going to face out. Now what you're going to do is very gently roll back onto your back with that hand where it is. Hopefully feeling a nice deep stretch for that right shoulder. Just observe what this feels like. If it's too much, you don't have to do it. If you need more, you're going to want to lean your weight to the right a little bit. But kind of just think about the entire back body really pressing down into the mat. And that should give you a really nice stretch for that shoulder. This beautiful internal rotation of the shoulder. Either way, you'll breathe. You can maybe look over the left shoulder, stretch the side of the neck. If you want to even massage the side of that right side of the neck, go ahead and do that with your left hand. Why not? If it feels good, do it. Breathe. So just kind of letting this right shoulder release in this internal rotation of the shoulder. Playing with where that hand is. You might need to bring it up a little higher to get a deeper stretch. Either way, just breathe. 2 more deep, complete breaths. Pressing the back body down. Eventually, you're going to roll yourself to the left again. Release this right arm. Just bring it up and over the head. Nice deep stretch. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and switch sides. So you'll come back onto your back for a second. Just reconnect entire back body to the mat. A few deep breaths. Observing what that shoulder felt like. And then you'll roll to the right. All the way to the right. Left palm faces out. Bring that hand right at the low back. And then when you're ready, go ahead and roll back onto your back with the arm where it is and see if you can get a nice stretch here for the left side. Sides will be different, so just play where that hand is. You might need to scoot it up to mid back just to get a deeper stretch. Totally depends on your body. Either way, it's a nice, easy way to use the body weight to help you release that shoulder. Breathe. Press the entire back body down. Give yourself 3 more deep, complete breaths. Giving the shoulder a little bit of time. Beautiful. One last breath. Go ahead and roll yourself to the right. Unravel that left arm, rolling back onto the back. Hug both knees into the chest. You can stretch that left arm up if you need to. Eventually, we're going to come in so that we can set ourselves up for a bridge pose. So if you have that blanket, just remove it for now. You'll bring those arms down by your sides. The palms will face down. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. Scoot those shoulder blades in. Chin is going to tuck in towards the chest. And when you're ready, you're going to press into the feet. Allow the quads to engage and lift the hips up to the ceiling. Breathe. Feel those hip flexors open up. Maybe you feel a nice back bend. It's a beautiful flush for the system. There's all that blood flow and circulation down to the shoulders, the neck, the head. Flushes all the organs. Good. Keep pressing down through the feet. When you're ready, you'll slowly wind the spine down one vertebra at a time, allowing the pelvis to tilt until you find your low back and sacrum back on the mat. Nice. Hug those knees into your chest, rock a little left and right. Keeping those knees hugged in, you're going to open those arms up like a T, bring that blanket or pillow back under your head, whatever you're using. Palms are going to face up. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, drop both knees to the left. Look over your right shoulder for a gentle twist. Just thinking about releasing the right side body, any tension there, just kind of letting it melt off. Creating space there with your breath. Two more deep, complete breaths. If you want a little bit more, you can straighten the legs out on this side too. So stack the feet. Breathe. When you're ready to come back to center, you'll bend those knees, roll back onto your back. Hug the knees into your chest, maybe rock a little left and right. Try to let the forehead come up towards the knees, relax the shoulders down. Eventually relaxing the head back down, arms open up like a T, palms face up. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, drop both knees to the right. Beautiful. Breathe nice and deep. Maybe stack the feet if you did on the other side. See how it feels on this side. A lot of twisting today. Kind of wringing out the body. Any toxins of any kind, right? Emotional, environmental, spiritual, physical. Eventually the knees will bend. You'll bring those legs back up to center. And now for our final relaxation, we're going to find ourselves in a whatever meditating position we want to take today for the last few minutes of our class. I would suggest doing a nice deep back bend, so you can take your blocks if you'd like, or you can use a bolster. Have one block on its second height, and then the other block on its third height to support the head. So if this feels good for you, it's a nice way to open through the chest. We didn't do a whole lot for the shoulders today, but it's a nice way to kind of end class. So either way, you're going to find whatever meditating position seems comfortable to you. And then you'll go ahead and bring all of your focus and attention to your breath. Observing the natural rhythm of your breathing. Allow your eyebrows and your jaw to relax. And keeping the chest nice and open. And this meditation is for cultivating joy during the holidays. The stress this time of year can sometimes leave you feeling exhausted, often zapping the joy that the holidays are supposed to bring. By meditating, not only helps you to be more joyful and present, but it can also help you spread joy to those around you. Spreading joy, lifting others, and being jolly are central to the holiday spirit. So you're going to find yourself nice and relaxed. Close your eyes if you haven't already and take a deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale out through your mouth. Taking another deep breath in through your nose. And exhaling out through your mouth. We'll continue to take 5 deep breaths like this. Paying close attention to how you're feeling. Finding any discomfort or pain points and adjusting yourself to be even more comfortable. Allow those exhales to be nice and long and continue to breathe deeply. Focusing on the feeling of your chest rising and falling. Feeling of your belly rising and falling. Start to turn your attention to your thoughts. Observe what your mind is doing. Maybe it's thinking of the holiday to-do list. If so, visualize yourself crossing those items off, feeling accomplished, and giving yourself this time. Slow down to move into a place of being. And know that you're taking this time for yourself so that you can have the energy to tackle any lists you have joyfully. Now allow yourself to drop a little bit deeper into your meditation. And begin to think of a holiday memory from your past when you felt deep joy. Continue to breathe deeply. This could be a joyful holiday moment from your youth or from a recent memory. Focusing on the details of that moment as you attempt to relive it in your mind. Like you were watching a movie of that memory. Breathe into the joy that you felt then. Embrace the memory completely And as you bring that moment to the center of your consciousness, pay attention to the joyful emotions and sensations that you felt, the smells that you experienced, the textures that you touched, and the rich tastes of the season. Staying here with that memory for a while, breathing deep into that holiday spirit. Giving yourself a couple more deep, complete breaths to drop into the fullness of that memory. And start to visualize yourself recreating those feelings in your life today. Perhaps this can be done with different people, a different location, a different activity. But working to cultivate the same feeling of joy for yourself and those around you that you'd like to share those feelings with. Taking a few deep breaths, observing the face expressions of those you're with, observing your own facial expressions. Cultivating joy. You'll take about 5 to 10 deep breaths here. Each inhale, filling yourself with the holiday spirit of joy. And every exhale, sending joy out into the world. Allowing yourself to experience this completely. Allowing that holiday spirit to fill the heart, fill every crack and crevice in the body. Giving yourself a few more breaths. Allowing that vision simply fade and knowing that you have the capability to recreate this in your waking life. Giving thanks to yourself for allowing yourself to experience the joy, holiday spirit. Take a few more deep breaths, integrating this feeling of joy completely. Making a conscious effort to carry that with you into the new year. Once you've finished, you'll slowly begin to call your mind back into the room, back into the here and now. Maybe bringing some movement to your fingers and toes. Reaching and stretching those arms, pointing and flexing the feet. This full body stretch. And you can stay here if you'd like, or if you want to close your practice with me, you'll eventually hug those knees in, roll yourself to one side. Pause in the fetal position for a moment. Send deep gratitude to the body, to the mind, and to the spirit. Eventually pressing your way up to a comfortable seat, allowing your head to be the last thing to come up. Spine is nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed. Inhale those arms up, palms come to prayer, and exhale down to the heart center. I thank you for sharing your time and energy with me today. May we walk through the rest of our week with an open mind and an open heart, realizing that our true power lies in the present moment. Namaste. Happy holidays to you and your family. Hope you have a wonderful week.